Yo! This is part 2. You guys saw I dropped a video earlier, and that was part 1, so this is going to be the second half of the calls that I made. This conversation was actually really good too. We got to a lot of his motivation, and we actually got to agree on a price, so he's going to talk to his son, and this one might go through, and maybe might be my first contract. We'll see. I just got to keep following up with him, but I felt really good about this call. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hopefully you learned something, and yeah, let's get into it.
Time, I don't need the money, see, that's the problem. I'm not a millionaire, and I never lived like one. I lived like a poor guy, so...
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm going out and buy a new Corvette and just continue living the cheap way I live.
That's
my house, I paid $10,000 for my house when I bought it, and I think it's worth about $1 million now. It's an old brick Center Hall Colonial that's 6 bedrooms.
Nice.
And I guess it was built... George Washington apparently ate here.
Wow.
Some doctor lived here. So, basically I don't have many expenses now. Taxes are cheap because I bought it cheap.
Right.
And if I build a new house, my taxes are going to be about $9,000. So, I don't even think I'm going to build a new house on that land I have.
Right.
So anyway, the church needs a lot of work. Some guy was mad at me 8 years ago because I didn't sell it to him for $28,000. And I was going to sell it to him, and then I bought everything to fix it up, and then he came back and said he still wanted to buy it. And I said, dude, I wanted to sell it to you 3 months ago. And so he's mad at me because I wouldn't sell it to him. So, and that was about 10 years ago, I guess.
Let me ask you this then, Raymond. So what do you think it's worth right now in its current condition?
I don't know. I've been out of real estate for... I'm a day trader now. I buy stocks.
Oh, nice.
So for 15 years, I've been out of the business. I just collect rents. As a matter of fact, my rents, I haven't raised my rent for 7 years, so I raised them from $800 to $1,300.
Nice.
On the people that moved out, the people that still live there, they're going to be pissed because I lived there for 10 years, and the carpet's 10 years old, and I'm going to be raising the rent, so... unfortunately, they're not going to like it.
Right.
But, I'm not going to raise it to top dollar. It'll still be $200 on the market. But I even pay the heat for them places.
Right.
So $800, 2-bedroom heat paid, that's how far behind I am in values.
Gotcha.
So the only thing I can say is a driveway cost my buddy $40,000 to have a black top and to dig it in and put a little pipe under the road. So nowadays, everything is really expensive. So I would imagine it's probably worth between 25 and 40.
Okay.
Depending on, if somebody wanted to live in that neighborhood. I was going to make a 4-unit out of it. I was going to put shed dormers on both sides at the top.
Right.
And needs a new roof. A tree just hit, it has a slate roof on it. And a tree branch fell on it. I could see the neighbor, but I haven't. And I was going to put a shed dormer on it and raise the roof. I don't think I have to raise the roof. I'm just going to put 2 big dormers on it and then put a deck up there for an entrance.
Right.
And I was going to try to do 3 or 4 units, either 1 big unit on the bottom or two units on the bottom and 1 big one on the top.
Right.
Something like that. But hey, I don't need the money. I don't even give a fuck about it anymore. So I'm looking to sell it cheap. And basically, all I can say is it needs a lot of work.
Right. So,
but for a guy like me, I know builders, and they have, they may have like 20 2x8 by 16s left over, and they either give them to me or sell them to me for $1 a piece. So,
right.
The windows I bought for $100 a piece. I bought a brand new kitchen for, I think I paid like $500 for it. Cabinets are still in the box. And somebody ordered it and never picked it up. It was a $2,000 kitchen, so
wow.
I bought it cheap. So basically everything I buy, carpet I paid $2 a yard for from a manager from Lowe's in Oaks. He sells me carpet, regardless of what it is, it's $2 a foot.
Wow.
So some of the stuff is like $34 a foot. And, when he wants to get rid of it, he calls me and I come and get it. I have a whole fucking... When I bought them, they were like a year old, and now they're 3 years old. And probably in 10 more years they'll get fogged up, or maybe 20 years they'll get fogged up.
Right.
But by then I would have sold the property and have the money in the bank, unless I made it a 4-unit.
Right, right. And that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. I was actually coming in around that number as well. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put it at least maybe around the same amount of, as you said, in repairs, maybe like 180. So I came in. I'm coming in at like 31.5 as my offer.
You didn't even look at it yet.
No, I don't. I don't really need to look at it. From everything you told me, sight unseen, I think I can. I think I can give you 31.5 and feel comfortable with that. Is it in?
Okay, I'll talk it over with my son if he doesn't want it. If he didn't want it before, but I'll give him another option.
Okay.
And basically, I was actually leaving it to him in my will.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Because he got mad one time. He said I was going to give it to him, and I said, no, 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 no. You know, you're the guy that charges me fucking $35 an hour when you help me, so I'm not going to give it to you. And he got mad, and actually, if I would have said 10 grand, he wouldn't have bought it because he was mad. He wants it for free.
Gotcha.
So if he were a nice guy, I would have given it to him. But you know, he don't stop to see me. He don't stop in for coffee, and like I said, he's a master builder, and you know, his wife had the same problem. He don't give a shit about her. He don't care about me. He don't care about anything but himself. But that's why I'm just going to give him an option and see if he's still interested.
Right. Okay.
And I might even give it to him.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. So you want me to call you back? You want to give me a call in a little while?
Yeah. 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 Just talk to him, and I'll give you a call back in maybe next week.
Okay. And what is your name again?
Dorian.
DORIEN.
Yep. And when you're ready, I'll give you my phone number.
All right, I'm ready.
267-652-1569.
But basically, it's a real nice place. It's stone. The window sills are probably about 28 inches wide.
Wow.
That's how big the stone is. And it's like an old schoolhouse. It's 24 by 48.
Wow. Okay.
I figured 2 bedrooms on the back. They each have a window, a kitchen, and a bathroom, side by side, and then a big living room and a big dining room. And then I was going to put a set of stairs in and take them upstairs on the second level.
For another unit?
Because right now it's a church and it's just one big room.
Okay.
It has one divider in it, but it's like a big room, and the ceilings are open.
Gotcha.
So I was going to make it to like a loft, just 1 bedroom loft upstairs and 2 bedrooms on the first floor, and then put a bath upstairs and a bath downstairs.
Right.
I even have the tubs, I have the toilets, I have the batteries, but I'm not including it in sale for that price.
Okay. I gotcha. How many square foot would you say that is?
Well, it's 24 by 48.
Okay.
20 by 48 would be like 500, and then you got the 24 by 48 would be 1,200 square feet.
Yep.
On the
Okay.
first floor. So if you fix both floors up, it would probably be, let's see, 10 by 48 be 400. It'd be 960 plus 4 times 200.
About
The,
1,250.
2,200 square feet, 2 floors.
Right. Okay.
1 floor would be 12.
Right.
1,200 square feet. So you could sell it as a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and not even include the upstairs. Or you could put shed dormers on it and put 2 efficiencies upstairs.
Gotcha.
Or you could just use the 2 windows that are there on the upstairs now and just, make it a loft, 1 bedroom. Windows are big enough to put an air in.
Gotcha.
But basically, if you put a dormer on it, I'd say it would probably go over 200,000.
Yep. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay.
But if you can't hammer a nail, then you maybe not even should be interested in it unless you have somebody that works cheap. See, I can do all that. I can do plumbing, heating. I would put electric heat in it, of course. It does have a chimney. So you could put a wood stove in or some type of a heater.
Right.
And there's no gas up there, so it would have to be oil or electric heat or propane.
Okay. I gotcha. That sounds about right. All right. Did you write down my offer as well?
No, I wouldn't forget that fantastic offer.
Okay. Gotcha.
How could I forget an offer that high? A guy stopped here yesterday and wanted to put windows in. He said, you have mold on your window? And I said, yes. I put them in 1980. And
Wow.
he said, well, there's mold on your windows. You need new windows. And I said, oh, yeah? And he said, I work for Anderson Renewal. And I said, I got a price from Anderson 10 years ago for windows.
Wow.
And it was $32,000 10 years ago.
Wow.
So, basically what I'm saying is if you can't do shit by yourself, they ain't want that much for windows. And I have windows sitting up there. I think there's 6 or 7, 8 windows, and I put 2 in the front. And the place definitely needs a lot of work.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell. I can definitely tell.
But it has all that nice crown molding that everybody loves. And the insurance company's going to tell you that you're going to have to insure it for $200,000 because they're going to have to replace all that crown and everything.
Right.
So, basically, I painted it about 15 years ago. And it was fucking beautiful. And I haven't done anything to it. I've been up there for about 4 years.
Gotcha.
And I haven't done anything to it for about... I do have a new front door that I'm going to throw on maybe next week.
Gotcha. You're paying someone to do that, or you're doing that yourself?
Well, the neighbors have been sneaking in there and stealing stuff.
Oh.
So right now it was a church, so it had like 2 little doors that open and close. It probably had a 40-inch opening.
Right.
So I'm just going to throw a 36-inch door in with a deadbolt so I can get in and out.
Right.
Now I have the door screwed shut with a 2x4 in front of them.
Right. So
the neighbor has to come over and unscrew the screws to get in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm going to be putting a door on and a deadbolt.
When do you think you're going to do that by?
What, put the door in?
Yeah.
It's only a 2-hour job.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you talk to your son by then, and if you think you want to entertain that, we can meet up there. Cause since you're putting the door on anyway, just so I can take a look at it in person.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know when I'm putting the door on. It's just that I have like 20 fucking doors. And this one I was going to put on just temporarily because it came off of my house that I'm living in about 8 years ago. And it had the deadbolt on it and the lock.
Gotcha.
And if somebody breaks it, I'm not going to cry over it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's no issue. So, whenever
and
you...
And the neighbor's kids are all older now, so they're not going to be breaking anything. But my son went up and replaced like 5 windows that they broke.
Wow.
And since I'm going to put new windows in anyway, and these are the old, they're big windows. They're double-hung windows.
They're throwing rocks through them?
Well, they have kids that are 16 years old, and 10 years ago, they told me they cut a tree down and broke the windows. And, kids are bouncing balls off the stone building, and they don't care. I haven't been around for 5 years, so they don't care.
Right.
So I imagine that's how they got broken. But since I have, new windows with grids in them, and you don't have to paint them or anything, I didn't care.
Right.
And I put the 2 windows in the front in 2 hours.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. But believe me, a guy timed me. I had a guy helping me, and he said, "I want to leave in 2 hours." And I said, "No problem." So I ripped the old windows out, and I took the trim off. And I put the new windows in and used the same trim around them.
Wow.
And then I went in the inside and put trim around on the inside. And it was like 2 hours. So that's why I say, if you can do this shit, you can make money. But if you have to hire somebody, and if he's not... I had an Irishman give me a price to put the new tin roof on it. It was pretty reasonable.
Right.
And, I'm sure I could get somebody double that price if I got the wrong guy.
I got
It's like
you.
that electrician that told me $5,000 for 3 hours work.
Right.
So, if you meet up with a couple guys like him, you're going to be broke.
I gotcha. Let me ask you, Raymond, how do you like trading? How did you get into trading?
Well, I was a high-performance auto mechanic, and I had a three-bay garage in Phoenixville, an ARCO station. And I used to specialize in high-performance overhauls.
Gotcha.
And I had a deal with a machine shop that if he did my work that day, I'd buy him any lunch he wanted the next day. So I dropped the block off, and he tore it out. I dropped the heads off. And that was a dirty job. I used to do transmissions, rears, everything. And I started building houses, and it was like, man, this is cool. My hands are clean, and I'm making twice as much money.
Right.
So after 20 years of that, it got sickening, and I started trading. And, I was making about $200 a week just buying something that was, let's call it a 200-day moving average.
Right.
With the lowest point in 200 days. So it had a 200-day moving average, and it was low, so I'd buy it. And the high might have been, the stock might have been $40, and the high might have been $80.
Right.
So I was buying on a 200-day low, and I started making money, so I started buying stocks. And I would day trade, and my trading cost used to be $10. And some days I'd have a $350 trading bill.
Wow.
But I'd do like 35 trades, and I'd sell 3,000 shares at a time. And they might go up 25 cents, 3,000 shares at 25 cents. I'd take the profit, and something else would drop. And, I'd sell it on a good day, buy it on a bad day. And, I figured if I could make $400 or $500 a day, I'd trade.
Right.
So some days I'd lose 1,000, sometimes I'd make 2,000.
Right.
And now I'm sick of everything. So all I want to do is smoke pot, drink wine, and go to Atlantic City and gamble.
Live the life, huh?
And, at my age, I fucking earned it because most people my age are dead.
Yeah.
I'm in my 70s, and, I was in Vietnam, and I never thought I'd get out of there when I was 20 years old.
Wow.
So, I'm lucky to be alive, and I don't want to work till I'm dead, and that's why I don't want to fix that church. I can make $100,000 on that church in 3 months, and pay myself wages too.
Wow.
So a house like that, all you'd have to do is throw a granite countertop and a little kitchen.
Right.
And that baby's going to have new everything in it.
Right.
It's going to sell.
Right.
I have chandeliers that you can't be used because they use too many light bulbs, you know what I mean? It'd be impractical to use it.
Of course.
And they're like $400 chandeliers. I have 4 of them hanging in the attic. I think I bought for like $40 a piece 10 years ago. So they're totally worthless, so I throw them in that church. I have 4 fans, and I can hang 2 of them down from that high ceiling that I'm going to use for the living room and dining room. And I think I bought the fans for $25 each, or $200 fans. But they're outside fans, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to put them in if I fix up the church. And I have, I think I bought 2 pipes to extend them when I bought the fans. So, since that only has 1 layer, I was going to put that loft over 3/4 of it. And then the living and the dining room are going to have that big ceiling. And I was going to hang the fans from there.
Right.
And the lights. And, a bunch of cheap shit. New carpet. And all new windows. Somebody's going to fall in love with this when they come in. And I have that walking trail. Some old guy might buy it. And that walking trail might be an incentive for him.
Right.
Or if you're young, you can sit there and watch good-looking babes walk by all day. Because the trail is in the backyard of the house. The trail's like 50 feet, 60 feet from the house.
I gotcha. Where does the trail lead to?
The trail goes from Philadelphia to Reading.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. You're talking about
You can
the.
walk on it. Or
I
you can
gotcha.
jog on it. And to tell you the truth, I never seen too many people on it. But I haven't spent the whole day up here lately, so I don't know what it is.
Okay. I gotcha. All right, Raymond. Well, write down my offer. Just. I know you said you won't forget, but things happen.
31 grand, is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah, you have good memory.
I would bet that a realtor could sell that thing for 31 grand in a day. But I don't care. I might consider selling.
Okay. Yeah, whatever it comes to, talk to your son. And then I'll check back in a week. I'm gonna have to let you go because I'm getting another call. But yeah, just let
Okay,
me know,
I'll see you later.
and we can meet up there at some
All right.
point.
Okay, talk to you later.
All
Bye.
right, Raymond. Have a good one. Goodbye. All right, so that was a really good conversation. Only thing that sketches me out is how good he thinks that my offer is, which I don't know. I ran my comps. He said he thought it would be worth like 20 grand to 50, which is a wide spread. I did my math. Anyway, I run the numbers, I'm still under, so I don't know. I'm just gonna try to get it under contract and see if anyone wants it. I really hope that my numbers aren't too off, but he was too excited about that offer, which makes me feel weird. It's kind of red flags, but whatever. We'll see.